Hi. All right, this is an email from I don't know who, and they are worrying about cold turkey and the exercise. This person writes, how can I handle all the thoughts and resistance of not being fit anymore when going cold turkey with exercise? I have these threatening thoughts of becoming lazy and chubby, losing my muscles and identity as a fit and healthy person, and I'm just thinking of when and how I will take up the workout again as soon as possible. How can the body build necessary muscles and fat, of course, when I don't use it? If you had similar thoughts and anxiety, how did you deal with it, and how did you manage to not go back to excessive exercise when recovered and done with your cold turkey phase? Okay, so there's quite a few questions in there. The first thing is that you're understanding this is anxiety. Anxiety, especially when it's like this, it's just these sort of unproductive worry type thoughts. Think of it, it's like OCD for you. It's like thought OCD. Your brain is just mulling over and over and over a thought, and it doesn't matter how many times you get reassurance of that thought, your brain just keeps on going over it. It's like a neural loop. And the reason it's a neural loop is that every time you pay attention to that unproductive, fear-based thought, your brain thinks, oh, that thought must be important because you paid attention to it, so I'll keep bringing it up. The thing to do, as I've said, I think in a lot of videos with these unproductive fear-based thoughts, is you just have to completely ignore them, pretend they're not there. And in doing so, you teach your brain that that thought must not be important because you ignored it. And so then your thought stops generating it as much. And I know that's difficult because you're like, but it is important, it is important, it is important. And that's where you really just have to drop it and go like, what is the point of worrying? It's just a fear-based thought. It's just another thought that your brain is trying to use to convince you that you should go and exercise. But let's delve into some of these things. But that's to answer the question, how do you handle those thoughts? You have to force yourself to ignore them. That's how you handle them. You say you've got threatening thoughts of losing your identity as a fit and healthy person. If you have an eating disorder, you are not a fit and healthy person. So that identity is a fraud. It's a fake. It's a external illusion that's there, that you're convincing yourself is true, because you are not fit and healthy if you have a restrictive eating disorder. You are malnourished and really unhealthy. So I was the unhealthiest I've ever been when I had a restricted eating disorder, although doctors and other people might look at me, especially when I wasn't like awfully thin, people might look at me and be like, oh, you're so fit and healthy. I wasn't, I was fucked. So let's just sort of redefine, the word healthy in itself has just been completely bulldozed. And the way that it's used most of the time, it doesn't mean healthy. It actually means, usually, it means compulsively exercise and restrict food in a very unhealthy way, which shouldn't be the definition of healthy at all. And so don't fall into the trap of allowing your own self to define yourself as healthy when you're not healthy at all if you have an eating disorder. And that's one of the things that you're going to have to do here, is you're going to have to understand that, because you're doing the same thing with gaining weight, you're labeling that as lazy and chubby, when actually that could be healthy for you. The version of you with more weight on you that's actually able to relax, that's healthy. And that's what you need to start doing in your brain, is you need to catch yourself when you are mislabeling health. And you need to catch yourself when you're falling into and believing the stories that mislabel health. And I'm just thinking about how, we've rewritten, I'm just thinking about how and when I'll be able to take out the workout as soon as possible. Again, that is a thought pattern that you just have to stomp on. And you've just got to be like, no, I'm not taking up the workout as soon as possible. It's not going to happen. Because you need to learn how to be a human, how to be a happy human with a life that does not revolve around exercise. And taking time, going cold turkey, it's about nutritional rehabilitation for sure, but it's much more than that. It's about neural rewiring, but it's also actually about learning how to have a life and how to be a happy, healthy, fulfilled individual without compulsively trying to change your body the whole time. And so if you have thoughts that are still around, when can I get back to exercise? Those are thoughts that are basically saying, when can I get back to suppressing and trying to control my body? And that means that you're not recovered. And that means that you need to rewire those thoughts. You're nowhere near going to be going back to exercise, nowhere near. So if I were you, I'd just be like, this is going to be years. So shut up, brain, there's no point in going over it. And then you've written, and how can the body build necessary muscles and fat, of course, when I don't That is massively disrespectful to your body. Like you're saying that unless you give it a map and unless you control it and guide it, your body doesn't know how to build fat and muscles. Your body knows how to do this. Did you know that gyms were only invented like 50 years ago? How do you think humans did it before then? How do you think humans did it before exercise was a thing? Because it didn't used to be a thing. People used to just live. So humans have been around a pretty long time. Way longer than gyms. Way longer than personal trainers. And way longer than like exercise hashtags on Instagram. And you're asking like how your body's going to work this out. Because it's smarter than you. It knows what it's doing. And you're saying when I don't use the body, I'm sitting on a couch right now. I'm still using my body. I'm still in my body. I'm still using muscles. So let's redefine what using your body means. Because if your body's awake, even if you're asleep, you're using it and it's still doing stuff. And like, so you've got this thing in your head where it's like, unless I'm fucking running on a treadmill or climbing something or lifting weights, I'm not using my body. Of course you are. And that's actually what humans were mostly designed to do. We were designed to use our bodies at lower level stuff for the most part. And I've never said that movement is a bad thing. I'm saying that you have to get fully recovered and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But fully recovered and doing whatever the fuck you want is not doing it because I need to build muscle or I need to show my body how to build muscle. It's just doing it because it's fun. Like I ride horses and never once does it occur to me, oh, I've got to go and ride a horse because if I didn't, like my legs wouldn't know how to work. Or like I walk my dog, but it's not, oh, I need to walk my dog because if I don't, then, you know, like my calves won't build muscle or know how to be legs. Just walk the dog because the dog needs a walk. So let's just step back a little bit and return to being a human without feeling that you have to have this agenda and that your body doesn't know what the fuck it's doing without you there putting it on an exercise regime. It's a body. It actually will do perfectly fine without you trying to micromanage it. And arguably, it was only when you started to try and micromanage it that everything got fucked up. So let's just relax and trust the body. The body knows what it's doing. And I bet that if you're really honest, all you want to do right now, I know you've got this brain that's going around going, gotta get back to exercise, go back. That's all anxiety stuff. That's not true desire. I bet you that all you really want to do right now is sit on the couch and eat a load of food while watching TV or something like that. And that can be scary, can't it? And so that's scary, so we try and focus on the anxiety thoughts. In fact, the fact that you just want to sit on the couch and eat a load of food scares you. That's actually where the anxiety thoughts come from. Because you're like, unless like I'm manic about exercise, if I really let myself do what I want, all I'm going to do is sit around and eat. Well, the reason that all you want to do is sit around and eat is because your body is malnourished. And so that level of all this anxiety thoughts around exercise, that's mental hunger. That's you trying to work out how am I going to justify eating because all you really want to do is eat. So you've got to think of, if you're thinking about exercise, that is mental hunger because you're thinking about it because you're already trying to work out, well, how can I continue to eat really what I want to eat? You're thinking about the future. You're thinking about when you gain weight and you're just thinking, I know I'm just going to want to eat even then. And you will do because we all want to eat. But your body will sort itself out and your desire to sit around and eat the whole time, which is there if you were really honest probably and tapped into it, as you nutritionally rehabilitate and as you fully recover, that'll normalize. It'll all work itself out. So stop with the monkey brain and the crazy looping thoughts and just focus on actually what you truthfully, without allowing all those anxiety thoughts to mask that truthfulness, what to do. And I bet that that is not exercise at all. I bet it's sitting and eating. And that is exactly the right thing that you should be doing. Hope that helps. Bye.